It drives like a car, floats like a boat, and looks like something from a Bond film. A James Bond film.
I'll take it from here. Meet the Amphicar 770. 7 knots on water and 70 miles per hour on land. It's the only amphibious vehicle in history to be mass-produced for the general public. But today, only a handful of die-hard enthusiasts drive them. So why didn't they catch on? I need to put my seatbelt on.
No seatbelts.
To find out, we're hitting the road and the water, with one superfan keeping the Amphicar's legacy afloat.
People do look at you as you're driving around, and I try not to get caught up in the celebrity bit.
We'll dive into its controversial origins, before finally answering the most important question. Why aren't we all driving swimming cars?
I've owned a lot of Amphicars. To be honest, I've sort of lost count.
David has spent every second of his life thinking of Amphi. So much so that when we were in a restaurant that only served cups to children with Amphicars on, we had children's drinks so that we could get the cups.
And that's just scratching the surface.
This was presented to me in 2009 for my help for the Amphicar community. This is really unusual, absolutely unique. It's number one of one. Because it's so rare, I won't let the children use it.
But David's most prized toy sits in the driveway. And this ride has got it all. Gears for land and sea, twin propellers, wheels that double as rudders, marine lights, watertight doors. It's even got a fire extinguisher. With so many gadgets, it's no surprise this car's done its own 007 mission.
The water at the side, almost like a Hollywood movie, was going bub 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 like this, and it was the downdraft from the helicopter.
But we'll come back to that later. First, a history lesson. The Amphicar's design was based on a Nazi war vehicle called the Volkswagen Schwimmwagen, or swim car in English. Genius. After the war, its inventor became obsessed with turning that wartime tech into a swimming car. Available for anyone to buy. Ambitious? Yes. Practical? Not always. Still, its longest recorded trips include San Diego to Catalina Island, 460 miles along Alaska's Yukon River, and a sketchy crossing of the English Channel, facing 20-foot waves. The vehicle even impressed President Lyndon B. Johnson, who used it to prank unsuspecting guests by pretending the brakes had failed and rolling it into his lake. What a joker. Despite the press, the performances, and the promise, the Amphicar flopped. Only around 4,000 were ever sold. So what went wrong? Why aren't we all driving swimming cars? David?
There are various levers and various things that you have to do in certain order. The car has to be well maintained. If you're on the river and it breaks down, it doesn't stop, it carries on going whichever way the river's going. Every river has its own licence, which you need to buy every year. You also need a boat MOT, which is hilarious really. Really, you need 2 of everything. You need 2 licences, you need 2 safety checks, you need 2 insurances.
But like a man in love, David accepts the Amphicar, flaws and all.
It still makes me smile. You can do things you can't in an ordinary car. You can ask for forgiveness rather than permission, because people can't really get cross with you when you're sat with a hat like this in a bright red amphibious car.
And of course, a hobby, however niche, can bring people together too.
These are Amphicars. This was a gift from my Amphicar friends in the USA.
The Amphicar community is a real close-knit bunch of friends. Anyone needs parts, we all bring them along.
I attended the first Amphi meeting 38 years ago in Holland. The last meeting I went to, there were 11 different countries and 200 people. You know, so it's quite, the club is quite a big thing.
It's a nice slow pace of
It
life
is
on
nice
the water,
and slow,
isn't it? Yeah. Driving in the water, you never beat that feeling.
Do you have a different horn to a normal car?
No.
Oh my Jesus.
Oh yeah, sorry, I should have talked about that. It's a bit louder, that's all.
And that 007 mission I mentioned? David used his swimming car in a real-life rescue.
We had some really serious flooding here, and a friend of ours gave me a call and said, my son's stuck in the school, they've closed all the roads, he needs his diabetic medicine. We know you've got the boat car, can you pick me up and can we go there and take him his medicine?
Our son was also on the motorway all night in the floods, and the night seemed to go on forever and ever.
There was a moment where they had the rescue helicopters, and one of those, I think, thought I was stuck, and so as I was going along through the floodwater, The water at the side, almost like a Hollywood movie, was going bub, 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 like this, and it was the downdraft from the helicopter.
David and his swimming car made it with the medicine, but the night wasn't over yet.
There were hundreds of kids there. They had no food. It was clear they were going to be there overnight. And the caretaker said, can you go in the Amphicar and bring some cornflakes and milk so that we can feed these kids in the morning? We did maybe 7 or 8 journeys until maybe 2 or 3 a.m. And it was the only vehicle that could really do it.
Whether you think it's a gimmick or genius, it's safe to say that Amphicar has made waves. In water and in history.